everyone. So today we're talking about signs that your workout isn't hard enough.
Yes, and so we've gotten to that point. Before trying all boutique fitness, I was running.
Yep.
And I started realizing, I was like training for more things, but like 8 miles kind of felt like 1 mile.
That's crazy.
And which is crazy, but it really just was not. I don't know. I wasn't changing enough.
Wasn't challenging.
It really was not challenging. So the reason we're going over this is because it's so important to mix it up and to do different things. And if you start to realize that it's not as hard, there's things that you can do to continually progress or to mix it up a little bit, so that you do have that constant muscle confusion and you are getting, seeing those results. So one would be you're not sweating much, and you don't have to sweat every time, but I think if you're realizing that each time you're doing something and you're really not breaking a sweat, you should, some lower impact classes maybe not as much, but then you should be adding higher impact so that you are sweating.
Right.
And ways that you can add a little bit more is maybe up your level a little bit more, go a little bit faster, speed up the move is definitely helpful.
Even things where you don't have to necessarily, if you're someone who's thinking, I need low impact workouts, so how can I do that with cardio? You can ask, Becky is a great example because right now she's, is dealing with an injury.
Yeah.
So she takes my cardio bar class, and every time she comes out, she's like, I am sweating and I'm doing everything low impact. So little things like raising your arms above your head, trying to get your knees a little higher, a little faster, if you're doing any type of knee lifts or things like that.
I always say that sometimes the lower impact I feel sometimes more.
Yeah.
Because it's a little bit slower, it's more controlled. So
More
I actually
focused.
am. Yeah, I definitely. Funny enough, I feel like I'm sweating constantly. So, but clearly it works because it's always different. So
Right.
even at a lower impact, I feel like I do feel it, and it's because again, it's different. You're, and I feel like if you're doing lower impact, but like really moving your arms, really like overextending or
Yep.
stepping out, like making sure that you're doing it as properly, as you can, and your form is on point, you get a lot out of it.
Even Pilates this morning, which is completely low impact, we're not jumping at all. I was working up a sweat because we were moving so much. We were getting up and we're going down and we're doing all these sorts of things. So it doesn't necessarily need to be a high impact workout. And then the next sign is
sore. You're not very sore.
Yes.
Or tired, all of which we are.
Well, and I will give a little, caveat to that. You don't want to be so sore. You don't need to be sore every single time you work out. Sometimes I think that gets in our head.
Or
we have a workout.
Not hurt, but like dying.
Dying, and the next day, and if the next day you're not, you don't want to be sore every single time. But if you've been working out for a while and you've noticed, I really haven't been sore in a while, then it may be time to mix it up and try something a little bit different. It may just be, mixing up the workout a little bit, or picking up heavier weights, or, challenging yourself a little bit more in cardio classes.
Yeah, and actually, interesting enough, I feel like I find this often is one, from mixing it up, I do feel it, but if I happen to just take a different class that week that I haven't done in a while, I really, you notice that I may have not been gone all out or, been a level 3 the whole time.
Right.
But I really felt it because I haven't done those moves in a while. I haven't done, that class in a while. So just even trying a different class and going at your own pace, I think you'll find that you will feel it and you realize, okay, there's something to this whole muscle confusion.
Yeah. And number 3 is you aren't progressing. So if you've been taking class for a while and you feel like you're stuck at the same type of thing, like say for instance, you've been doing, I'm trying to think of a move, like a push-up or something, and you are on your knees or you always go to the bar. And obviously if you have wrist issues or knee issues or things like that, that's totally fine to go to the bar. But if you find like, okay, I'm hanging out here, I'm not really moving up the level to get to the regular push-up, then it may be time to try it and include heavier weights or things like that. If you're in a lift class, you take one of those and you're still kind of stuck at the same type of wait for a while, maybe time to bump it up.
Yeah, and I think it's also really great to see, even if you try and then you go back, but you don't have to do it the whole time. So say you've been doing push-ups, at the bar, and now you want to try them on your knees, but then you realize, okay, like I did a couple, and now I'm gonna go back. Even just trying it for a little bit and then adding it in. But we love encouraging you to try and to push yourself a little bit more. And also, it's great to hear when people are able, they all of a sudden surprise themselves. I feel like the past week, I've heard somebody hadn't been doing push-ups and now is back to do really feeling stronger and can do push-ups, which is amazing. I have a client who could not plank when I started working with her, like at all, and now she's at the end of every session that we have, she's holding a plank for as long as she can on the ground, which is amazing.
Yeah.
And I think that that's just really important, is that like you at least try and realize like just the continual progression will be great for you, and you will see those results.
Right.
If you push, you learn how to do it, and then you give yourself a little bit more, you'll continually see those results.
Yeah, it's all about that gradual progression. And I think the bottom line is it's good to know yourself. So I don't want some of us to watch this and think, oh, I need to be challenging myself even more. Who you are out there, like who are already, pushing yourself to the brink.
Actually, and I think this is a great caveat to this is, so my dad is athletic and likes to work out a lot, and his cardiologist was basically saying like, I need, most heart patients are not necessarily taking care of themselves. That's the majority. So he was basically like, I need him to be exercising. And my mom actually had to say, don't tell him that, because he already does. So you don't want to be too extreme.
Yeah.
And you also don't have to be sweaty in every class.
Like our dads are the same.
They're very similar that way. So you don't have to go to the extreme, but just think like, could I do a little bit more, just try something new.
Yeah.
You will see the difference.
And if you're on the opposite end of the spectrum, if you're someone who, likes to stay in that comfort zone, okay, I take this certain class every week and I always pick up the same weights and I do this every single time. Try to step out of that box and challenge yourself a little bit, even if it's just a little bit.
Yes. Yeah. And take that first step. So if you're watching this and you're thinking, oh, well, I haven't even started, take the first step, reach out to us. We were happy to talk you through that. And I feel like it's been really nice recently. I feel like we've gotten a lot of new people or people back to working out.
Yeah.
And it's really amazing that they can also jump right in. They're not alone. It's not intimidating. There's a reason that we offer all these levels, is that no matter what level you're at, you can get a great workout in. So all are welcome, and we'll see you in class.
We'll see you soon.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.